Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today we are doing a friendship reading now for VIVIZ. Now I haven't done a friendship one for VIVIZ, so this is like the first time you guys may be experiencing it. And in this reading we're going to usually focus on two people, so in this case we're going to do Eunha and SinB, and we're going to have 7 questions that we're going to answer. The first card that we're going to take out will be a card that will represent the type of connection that they both have or the dynamics that they have. Here we have Onion with protection. Here is an earth element with Aries energy. This kind of shows that the type of relationship that they have is one where they take care of each other. They're making sure that they're supporting each other, or that the other one knows that they're there, that they have their back. There's this sense of they both feel like the relationship that they have is one where they're like a lucky charm to each other. So there's a chance that maybe Eunha and SinB feel like they bring good luck to each other, or like they are untouchable, or they feel that when they're together people usually don't bother them or don't try to annoy them or don't try to get in their way, or like there's something about repelling bad vibes, negativity, bad energies. There is also a chance that the type of dynamics that they have is one where they defend each other. So if someone is bringing a lot of negativity and a lot of bad vibes or bad energy, then they're always there for each other to have each other's back and like hype each other up and be like, okay, don't bother with that, don't engage with that energy, do not vibe with that, just let's try to stay positive, let's try to hype each other up, let's try to continue with our own momentum, going our own pace, and not bother with outside energy that is getting in the way. And in this change, by having that type of energy, they ground themselves and they try to keep themselves rooted and grounded with who they are and what they're focusing on in the moment. And with this Aries energy, I'm getting the sense of like butter. It's kind of like if someone says something bad, it kind of just like fall off, or like it bounces right back, like something along those lines of like maybe that saying works more in Spanish, like the idea of like if someone says something and it just kind of like slides off, like you don't hold on to it, you don't engage with it, you just kind of go like, okay, those are your opinions, those are your thoughts, I'm just going to continue with my life. So I do feel that that's the type of dynamic that they have, one where they're both are able to tell each other the truth and it's all in good fun, and also one where they both encourage having this mentality of let's just stay optimistic and forget the world. Now let's take one card that will represent each person of this reading. So one card that represents Eunha in this relationship. I said 1 and 2 came out. It happens. And then one card to represent SinB in this relationship, and 2 came out. That's good enough. So for Eunha we have the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Wands reverse. And for SinB we have the 6 of Wands and the Queen of Cups reverse. So for Eunha, the type of person that she is in this relationship is somewhat of a dreamer. She is someone that makes dreams come true, or someone that is constantly working towards her goals. She's usually someone that's pretty satisfied with her life, so she's pretty content, pretty happy, and she's in a place where she feels like she has the world at her hands, where she feels like her dreams can come true, or she feels like anything is possible. So she is someone that is pretty empowered. Now, with the Queen of Wands reverse, this also shows that even though she may feel like she's very lucky, or she feels like all her dreams come true, or she feels like this optimism of anything that you wish for, you can get it, and that gives her the emotional satisfaction necessary to continue working towards her goals. This Queen of Wands reverse kind of shows that she sometimes may not feel that confident in her person, or maybe she doesn't feel that confident with her actions, or she doesn't feel too confident in her skills. So that is something that she's still working on. She's working on her confidence, or she's working on becoming independent, or she's working on becoming this side of her that is optimistic and happy and childlike. Someone that is constantly going after their passion, someone that is staying motivated and inspired. So in this case, she is someone that dreams and trusts that things will work out, but at the same time, she still has some things that she has to work on as an individual to improve her person, or improve her, it could be her skills or her personality or her way of thinking as well. On the other hand, for SinB, we have the 6 of Wands, so she feels in this relationship, she's someone that's very successful, someone that that is celebrated, someone that is very victorious, and someone that is succeeds in whatever goals she may have in mind or whatever endeavor she's working on. The Six of Wands also shows someone that gets credit for their hard work or gets credit for the results that they bring in. However, this Queen of Cups reverse could show, now that I think about it, we have Wands energy and Cups for both of them. So I do feel that they both kind of balance each other out, because Wands talk about taking action and getting things done, and Cups usually talk about our emotions. So I do feel that on one hand we have Eunha as someone that her emotions are in a good place, but when she takes action, she hesitates. And then with SinB is the opposite. When she takes action, she's very successful and she gets things done. But when it comes to her emotions, she's still struggling to either connect with them, communicate with them, or maybe even her intuition and her ability to just trust in destiny and fate is something that SinB is still working on having a bit more trust or a bit more confidence in. There might be a chance that SinB doesn't really trust her intuition, or she gets these gut feelings that she tends to like oversee or goes like, this is nothing, so she ignores them in a way, and she's working on that, because I do feel that both of them are able to balance each other out. So we'll see what we get for the rest of the cards. Going on to the third question. So how do they see each other? In this case, how does Eunha see SinB? We have the Two of Cups. The Two of Summer, which is the Two of Cups. And how does SinB see Eunha? We have the Knight of Cups. So there's a lot of emotions here for both of them. So they both hold each other very dearly and they keep each other very close to their heart. So they treasure each other and they care for each other. There's this sense of, because both of them are Cups energy, so there's an emotional connection for sure, or like there's this sense of treasuring each other and caring for each other. Now, the Two of Cups kind of shows that from Eunha's side, she sees SinB as someone that she can rely on, someone that understands her in a very deep level, someone that is a very good match to her, or someone that mirrors her very well. So there's a sense of like Eunha sees herself reflected in SinB, or she feels very understood because they're both usually in the same vibe, in the same wavelength, in the same energy. Or there's this sense of they are able to communicate very well because their hearts are in the same place, or they may have a very similar background or a very similar approach to life, that they understand each other very well. Now, from SinB's side, this Knight of Cups kind of shows that she sees Eunha as someone that is a daydreamer, someone that has a very big imagination, someone that's very creative, someone that is usually very optimistic about the future, someone that believes in fate and destiny and that things are going to work out. She sees Eunha as someone that takes the initiative in accomplishing her dreams or in making her goals a possibility. So this Knight of Cups is kind of like already taking action towards their goals, or already walking towards something. To me, also, the Knight of Cups usually talks about someone that is bringing a proposal, someone that is making an offer. So in this case, SinB probably sees Eunha as someone that initiates ideas by just communicating what her dreams are and what she wishes to do. So one of the dynamics that I'm getting is that Eunha could be the type of person that is like brainstorming ideas of, I would like to do this, I would like to do that, and then SinB is the one that kind of like puts those ideas into action and goes like, oh, if that's what you want, why don't we try it out? And kind of starts initiating this movement to just get things done. Now let's go into the fourth question and figure out how they like to spend their time together. So we have Sweet Corn with Ritual and another Earth card. Here we have Leo energy. So we had Aries energy previously, and we have 9 and then 10. That's funny. So this kind of shows that the way that they like to spend their time together is they like to relax. Because I'm getting like, what do you do after? Oh, you know what I'm getting as well? This could be very funny. I don't know if they actually do this, but after protection we have Ritual. So this kind of shows that one of the things that they like to do together is just doing like these cleansing rituals of sorts, right? Like maybe bath waters, going to the spa, maybe even doing some meditation. So one of the things that they like to do is just kind of like clean themselves from bad energy, clean themselves from evil eye, or clean themselves from the negativity that other people kind of bring in. Also with this corn, I'm getting that they might like to go out and eat, because I'm thinking of how on our side of the world, you can ask for corn or for an elote, and it's kind of like, people do it differently. The way that I do it is like, you put mayo, cheese, a little bit of butter, and you kind of just like eat your corn with all of that. Other people sometimes kind of just put some lime and some like chili powder on it and eat it. So that's kind of why I feel like they like to just kind of like snack together. Maybe one of the things that they like to do together is like this might be part of their routine, and maybe that's why we have the word ritual here. One of the things that they might like to do also with the Leo energy is like one of the ways that they ground themselves or bring themselves back to their center and balance and bring themselves to alignment is with this Leo energy. They kind of just like to do things that are fun for them. So maybe they have like a girls' night or a slumber party or something like that, and what they like to do is just get a bunch of snacks together, eat as they're gossiping and talking about some of the crappy encounters that they had in their life or with other people, as a way to like vent, or as a way to kind of let go of that negativity, is like speaking it out and be like, okay, whew, let me release these bad vibes, something along those lines. Now let's go on to the fifth question, which is, what do they like about each other? So what does Eunha like about SinB? We have the Six of Summer reverse. What does SinB like about Eunha? We have the the Knight of Wands reverse. The thing that Eunha likes about SinB is very straightforward. What she likes about her is that SinB is not someone that holds onto resentment. She's not someone that holds onto grudges, doesn't hold on to people in the past. SinB is constantly looking forward, always moving ahead, always thinking of what she's going to do tomorrow, always thinking of how she's going to make today a better day. So one thing that Eunha likes about SinB is that SinB doesn't hold on to baggage, doesn't get held back by the past, doesn't get too much in her head about things that didn't work out before, or things about, or maybe doesn't get too attached to family matters, or doesn't get too hung up on negativity from the past. Because the Six of Summer, I see it as like, it talks about people coming from the past, is because it's a Six of Cups. It talks about maybe nostalgia, it could talk about inner child healing, but I'm seeing it reverse, as this could mean that what Eunha likes about SinB is that SinB is not afraid of her past, doesn't neglect it, doesn't repress it, but at the same time she's not hung up with it and like holding on to baggage that should already be let go of. Think about it. The type of dynamics that they have is one where they're releasing negativity. So the past that could be holding someone back, like, fear, trauma, or any limiting beliefs that could be stemmed from family or from childhood. Those things are being released, and that's because that's the type of dynamic that they have. So that could be the reason why we're seeing that that's what Eunha likes about SinB. On the other hand, the thing that SinB likes about Eunha with this Knight of Wands reverse is that, yes, Eunha doesn't really take action. She prefers to kind of like stay in her feels or in her mind daydreaming. But because of that, Eunha is not careless, is not, and she's a bit more cautious. She's not impulsive. She doesn't just jump and take action without thinking. And one of the reasons why SinB will like that is because SinB is not that way with this Six of Wands. She could be a bit impulsive. She could just kind of, and this Queen of Cups reverse could show that she doesn't really know how to work with her emotions. So if her heart is like pushing her to do something, she may do things without thinking, and that could get her in quite a lot of trouble. And I think that's why this Knight of Wands is reversed here. Kind of shows that what SinB likes about Eunha is that she's not like her. SinB might be someone that, since she jumps the gun or does things very quickly without thinking, she doesn't think of like the consequences of things sometimes. And I think someone like Eunha might have considered that already, because she goes with her feelings and her emotions, and since she has a big imagination, she's able to imagine all the good scenarios but also the bad ones, and because of that she might be a very good planner in a way. And that's one of the things that SinB could like about Eunha, the ability that Eunha has to not be reckless, basically. Also, with this Knight of Wands, there is a sense that one of the things that SinB may like about Eunha is the fact that Eunha still has a lot to explore, a lot to learn, and a lot that she wants to experience. So one of the reasons why that SinB could like this is because SinB might be someone that is always like, oh, I want to go on an adventure, I want to try new things, I want to do all of these new things. And there is a chance that even if Eunha is not the type to take action, she might still be open to go on those adventures, so they might accompany each other to try new things. And also with this Six of Summer reverse, which could talk about inner child healing, there is a chance that one of the things that they like about each other is that they're both like each other's companion to try new things. And from Eunha's perspective, it could be like what she likes is that SinB is always like, instead of feeling bad about things that she didn't do in her past because she was very busy or because of other responsibilities or maybe there was no time or money for it, instead of SinB feeling bad or resentful or regretful about those times, all of that she does is like, okay, I couldn't do it before, why don't I do it now? You know, a sense of inner child healing. So yeah, one of the things that they like about each other is that they're each other's companions to just venture out into the unknown and try new things in life and new experiences. And that could bring them a lot of good memories. Like, they might be making a lot of good memories because they just go like, let's have a girls' night out and let's see where it takes us. Now let's go on to the sixth question, which is what have they learned from each other? So what has Eunha learned from SinB? We have the Emperor reverse. What has SinB learned from Eunha? We have the Page of Cups reverse and Death reverse. So the Emperor reverse kind of shows that the thing that Eunha has learned from SinB is how to not be a passive emperor. Because the Emperor talks about someone that's very stable, rooted, and always ready to take action. It talks about someone the Emperor is as if you combine all the kings in the tarot deck. However, the Emperor is always usually shown as someone that's just sitting on their throne, so they're not like actively taking action. And it's supposed to be a good sign. It's supposed to show how the Emperor is mature enough that they take action when it's necessary, when it's needed. And also the Emperor is very good at observing the situation before taking action, so they're not reckless. They have already learned those lessons. They're able to observe the situation clearly so they can think and plan the best course of action. And this Emperor reverse kind of shows that one of the things Eunha has learned from SinB is how to not be passive in her life. So how to be a bit more active, how to take a bit more action, how to let go of responsibilities, not in a reckless way, but in the sense of like, you know, kind of being less serious and having more fun, learning how to enjoy life, learning how to not be so uptight and firm, and being a little bit more carefree and a bit selfish as well, to just kind of do her own thing and do the things that she enjoys and the things that she has fun with. The Emperor is Aries energy, so I do feel that there's this sense of like a little bit of chaos brings a little bit of fun, or something along those lines, where it's kind of like maybe interrupting her. You know, in this case, Eunha learned that just because she's not, that it's okay sometimes to go out of schedule or go out of timing or not do whatever she had planned, so that she can kind of enjoy the magic of the unknown and enjoy the magic of the unexpected. And it's kind of like being able to just kind of take action in a carefree way, and in a way getting a bit of freedom. On the other hand, the thing that SinB has learned from Eunha with this Death reverse and this Page of Cups reverse is I'm seeing two things. One, being able to identify when transformation or change is happening to her, but also being able to not be afraid of change, not being afraid of problems and conflict. Now, one of the best ways, I think these cards are reversed though, because both both of them have not really mastered this, but they're still learning from each other how to be these energies. So let me describe SinB's a bit more. So the thing that SinB has learned from Eunha as well with this Page of Cups is to start connecting to her heart, start connecting to her intuition, have this bigger picture about maybe spirituality, or having a bigger picture of this higher power. And by higher power, I mean things that are outside of her control. So things like fate and destiny, things that happen that in this case SinB had no control over. So therefore she shouldn't feel too responsible about things that are outside of her control. So let's say she's working on a project and it doesn't pan out, or she doesn't succeed in it. Sometimes it was just like the wrong timing, or it was just not presented correctly. So she shouldn't feel super burdened. Like, just because people didn't really pay attention to it, or they didn't like it or something, doesn't mean that her efforts were worthless, or that her work was not enough. Sometimes it's just that the project was not appealing to the audience that we're aiming for, right? So it's a little bit outside of their control there, right? Now, with this Page of Cups, usually pages talk about new beginnings and stuff, and cups talk about emotion, spirituality, and creativity. So when you combine this kind of shows that one of the things and usually with court cards we have pages, knights, queens, and then kings. So and it's supposed to show like this progression of someone growing up into this energy. And with this Page of Cups reverse, it kind of shows that SinB is learning the beginning steps, or the baby steps, to slowly grow into becoming this Queen of Cups. Someone that is intuitive, someone that works with their emotions, someone that knows how to observe the situation and understand, like read the room or understand the vibes and what people are going through. So this Page of Cups reverse kind of shows that SinB is barely understanding these concepts, but she hasn't fully put them into practice. So she hasn't reached the first stepping stone to become this Queen of Cups. However, she is at least already experiencing the changes towards that. Now, with death, we usually talk about a death and rebirth, or a phoenix moment, a sense of like the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. And with this card being reversed, it kind of shows that SinB is learning from Eunha the benefits of learning from growth, learning from pain, learning from challenges, learning from mistakes. Is like this idea of also identifying how when something doesn't work out, it is an opportunity for a life lesson, and an opportunity for growth and development as an individual, as a person. Maybe her skills, maybe her point of view, her perspective. So there's this sense of like, one of the biggest things that SinB learned is to understand that challenges and difficulties in life are not a punishment, but are just an opportunity to grow. Now let's go on to the last question. Why did they meet? So why did Eunha and SinB meet? What is the purpose of their dynamics? So we have two cards. We have Apple with continuance, with a water element and Capricorn energy. And then we have Lemon with cleansing, another water card with Gemini energy. So I'm not going to go too depth into cleansing because we already talked about that a lot. This whole idea of like getting rid of negativity, cleansing themselves by just either venting, ranting, or just snacking together, grounding themselves and bringing themselves back together. But with this apple, I'm getting, you know how the saying goes of like one apple a day keeps the doctor away? I feel that one of the reasons why they met was to have this routine of constantly staying positive, constantly helping each other by like hyping each other up, trying to let go of negativity. So I do feel that in a way they met so they could point. And also we have 26 and then 25. It's like the numbers are very close. So it's being able to look back into their past and being able to heal those bad experiences, those bittersweet moments, or like when someone like leaves them in a sour mood, they're able to kind of hype each other back up. There is a sense of like bittersweetness here. So one of the reasons why they met was so they could help each other with their emotions, so they could communicate, so they could be mirrors to each other. And mirrors can be very good in the sense of like someone can mirror the good in you, but they could also mirror the bad in you, the things that you like about yourselves and the things that you don't like about yourself. So one of the reasons why they met was so they could be a reflection for each other, so they could in a way help each other grow by understanding who they are as a person, as they're seeing it reflected from a different point of view or from a different person. So in a way, they're both similar enough that they're able to understand each other, but also they're different enough so they're able to learn from their differences. On one side we have SinB, who likes to take action rather than work with her emotions, and then with Eunha we have someone that likes to daydream and works from her creativity and her imagination rather than taking action. So it's someone kind of like, you have someone that observes life and someone that lives life, so they're able to kind of help each other out, but because of how different they are. Well, different in their approach on life, right? But I do feel that they're similar enough to at least understand each other and see where the other one's coming from. So it definitely helps with their friendship in that sense. Again, with this, one of the reasons why they met was so they could experience together some of the beautiful moments in life, but as well some of like the sour, challenging moments in life, right? So they're able to be of comfort to each other, to be of help to each other, and to be positive and optimistic. I'm saying as I see like this vibrant yellow from this lemon card is like being able to bring this refreshing new energy and this optimistic energy, making sure that they have a healthy lifestyle and also a very comfortable and happy dynamic that brings a bit more of sweetness into their lives. So what a beautiful reading. I had a feeling that the members in GFriend got along, and seeing how VIVIZ worked very hard to kind of like stay together made me think that if they put that effort, it kind of shows that they do enjoy each other's companies and that they get along. So when I see that, well, that's what I thought, right? So when I see that they do get along in this reading, believe me, friendship readings are not always positive. So when I see this, I get so happy to kind of like confirm that they do get along. It feels like they're always there to kind of like protect each other, take care of each other. And of course, they have learned from their differences, as I mentioned earlier. So it seems like they're a good combo. They have very good vibes and good energy, and it feels like it's very lighthearted and happy. So I'm very, very content for this reading. I feel very happy and lighthearted. So it's very reassuring to get this confirmation that they do get along, right? Anyway, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye.